Yes, my G's, I have come to the executive decision within myself to sack off Gymshark 66. Today would have been day number 13, but I decided to sack it off mainly because I feel like the habits that I did choose were not something that were going to make drastic changes to anything in my life. And I felt that over the 13 days, other than the fact that I was recording it daily, there was nothing really changing. So I've decided to sack it off, and I am going to opt for 75 hard. Now, it's going to be hard, mainly because I have Amsterdam in around about 2 weeks' time, and I don't want to be failing or making any excuses 2 weeks into the challenge. So ideally, some kind of training does get done while I'm over there. Of course, I will be snacking or trying on the foods over there. Thankfully, I am in a bulk, so the diet or sticking to a diet while I'm over there won't be super hard. And the restaurants we are deciding to go to aren't super bad. The one thing that will be the hardest though is getting in obviously the 2 or 3 gallons of water while over there, mainly because we'll be walking around a lot doing loads of shit, and I've got the bladder of literally like a month-year-old that's down in water. I just piss it out constantly. Anyway, with that being said though, I've woke up today at 8 AM, but I am going to change that up until about 9:30, 10 AM, and just so I can get the extra hours. Obviously then we'll be reading the 10 pages every night before bed, 2 working out sessions a day, whether that be an active rest, i.e. not cardio will be done like in my daily steps, and then whether it's an extra cardio session or a weights and resistance session, or it would be like a mobility, flexibility, sauna steam kind of session, just to help the body recover. But that is what I am thinking of doing. I've dropped the Gymshark 66, already stopped the challenge. It would have been day 13, but instead we are on day number 1 of 75 hard, and we're going to get it done. But with that being said, I'm starting the day with water. I've already drank half of it, and then I've just added some electrolytes and clear whey just to make it a little bit better. So it's a protein, clear whey and electrolytes, and then I'm also eating breakfast now, which is chicken, sausages, beans and a slice of toast. So yeah, hopefully we can keep this going. After this I'll prep some chicken for work, then we go to work, which will be the first walk done, and then we head to the gym later on for legs, which you will see. Safe. Right then G's, the first 45-minute workout is now getting done with my walk to work. Then I've got to work from 1:30 till 7, which is wonderful. But what I will try and do is keep you updated with my water intake throughout my shift. I've already had a litre, so I think 2 gallons is 3.7 litres, so there's still 2.7 litres to go, which will get done. And then walk down to the gym after work and get myself a filthy leg day in. Now, why have I changed from Gymshark 66 to 75 hard? Well, other than what I described earlier, I just felt like the 3 challenges that I did choose were not easy per se. Like the waking up at the same time at 8 AM was a bit of a killer, but I'm going to try to keep that the same. But I just felt like the 3 that I was choosing weren't doing anything for me in terms of actual productivity throughout my days and my life. Like, I feel like I was still being quite lazy. I'd go to work, train and then sit at home and do nothing. 75 hard definitely is going to improve that, as it requires me to do a hell of a lot more than just fucking going, drinking water and waking up at the same time. Like, I have to train twice, I have to get 10 pages of a book in, have to drink even more water, and stuff like that, and that hopefully is going to bring more benefits than just 3 pretty easy challenges. You get me, G's? Right, my G's, what are you telling me? Now, I've just got to the gym, but guess what? Can you notice anything? That is correct, I am wearing my work t-shirt. That wouldn't normally be too bad, but the only thing is I work at another gym, and I'm now at another gym training in my gym work gear, which conflict of interest and all that, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm joking, but it's not ideal. I realised too late that I left my top that I was meant to put in my bag on my bed earlier, so I've got a train in the top that I've just worked in, and it just so happens that I work in a gym. But with that being said, I took one of these from work. I say took, paid for one of these from work. TNT nuclear, and I weren't going to buy one until I saw that it had 3,000 milligrams of beta alanine in it, which I made a video earlier on TikTok saying how much I love beta alanine, and I need to make a pre-workout of just beta alanine, and here I am now trying this. So this should psych me up for a very epic leg day, hopefully. So of course, if you've watched any of my leg days before, we always start with adductors and abductors to complete fucking muscular fatiguing failure. So we do abductors and adductors. I have brought with me today some yoga blocks, 2 of these, one the other one's in my bag, because on the abductor part, the range of motion is absolutely diabolical on the Panatta adductor machines here. So brought these to help with that. So that should make my abductor sets a hell of a lot better. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to down this, got myself some water. This will be the third, this will be 2.5 after I finish this. So all I need to do then is drink 1 more litre before I go to bed tonight, which should be done, or should get done. Then I also need to read 10 pages of a book, which will also get done. First workout was done earlier, the walk. Second one is going to be now with legs. So I'll chat to you, man, when I've mic'd up on my leg session. Save my dogs. Yeah, now, right lads, no fucking about, let's just get straight into this session, yeah. This is the reason why I bought these bad boys, because let me show you this. That is where resistance starts. That cannot run. That cannot run. Your boy, yeah, likes to have resistance from there. So that is where these bad boys do come in. Now, don't mind how awkward I look while trying to put them in between my legs. Just know that once they're there, this shit feels a hell of a lot better. So we put 1. Ugh. Just there. 2. That one actually as bad as I thought it would be, but let's get it.
Much like Impala, foam hydraulic, 808 drums, real war, nah, nigga better run. When beat roll, now pop it, drum, come get some, pistol grip, bomb. If a nigga step on like 1, 6 grand, rum, ready to get caught. Found in the slums, selling that slump, 1 hand on my gun. I was selling lots of less people saying, it's G on the front, just wanna have rum, coke and rum. I'm banging with my hand up a dress like, I'm raising my lungs, no can't get a fuck.
Feels a hell of a lot better, that does. Yeah, so what happens when I put these there is they just increase the range of motion, especially when without these, well, there's that much less range of motion. So adding them in pushes my legs in further, meaning it takes, my legs have to go from deeper in and travel further out to get full contraction, which is good to man. That's the way we like it. Gonna do 2 sets of this. I'm gonna up the weight because that was like 13 reps, so too heavy. So I'm gonna up it maybe 5 kilo. Then we'll do 2 sets adductors. Then we'll crack on with some heavy ass belted squat, which is my favourite leg exercise of all time. Man's looking hella sus right now, but the reason I do these first, I actually really like doing them, and when I come to the end of my session and do them, I can't enjoy them as much. And the second reason is, if I don't do them first and I don't end up doing them later, I just neglect them and never get them done. So let's get it done. Oh yeah, fuck. That was a fucking killer. Don't know how many reps that was, but the last ones I felt like my fucking groin was gonna tear in half. Right, I'll do one more of this and I'll see you, man, at the belted squats. Right now, this machine right here is what I would epitomise as probably the greatest machine known to man, but it fucks me up. So, I'm gonna warm up on 2 plates aside, and then I think I'm just gonna go straight 2 sets of heavy 4 or 5 plates aside, depending on how I'm feeling. But let's get the first warm up done, and then aim for like complete and utter failure. If the last rep isn't taking minimum 5 seconds long, I'm doing it wrong. Let's get it. Really nice and light first set. Now we're just going to up it to 4.5 plates and say fuck it and rip as many reps as possible. Let's get it. Right, my dumb fucking stupid ass forgot to bring his leg wraps, so he's got to do this without knee protection. My left knee always plays up when I do any kind of squatting variation, so let's just hope I don't cave in and become a fucking poppadom. If that does happen, then I'll start up a GoFundMe called like Save a Poppadom. Anyway, I'm just going to do it without knee straps or knee wraps. Say fuck it and hope that your boy's a strong boy. 4.5 plates each side, 2, 4, 6, 8, you do the maths, that's 200 kilo. 8, 16, 180 kilo, plus whatever the machine weighs, but I don't actually know, and who actually cares about all that. But let's get it. As many reps as possible, last rep should be near failure. Let's go. 2 more. Come on. One more. Yeah, fat slag. Fuck. Good set though. Oh. Don't know how many that was though. Right, my doggies, we have moved on to the leg press. Usually I won't put this in the program, but I feel like I'm not doing enough compoundish movements outside of the belted squat, so I am added in the leg press. To be fair, this is my favourite leg press in the gym. The other ones aren't that great, so this one will do. No need to warm up. 5 plates either side. I don't think this will be a top working set, so I feel like I will have to go heavier. I'm only basing it off the fact that I've just went to failure on the belted squat. That's making me think this is the way I need to do. If it is a bit light, I'll just stop the set and go heavier. But let's back and get it, son. The idea is less than 12. If I'm getting more than 12, I have to up it, because why am I hitting more than 12 reps on a working set? I shouldn't be, so let's get it. My quads are on fire. Shit, son. I'm noticing now every time I put the mic on my beard, I take it off, and there's one of my beard hairs in the magnet, so it might be a good idea for me to stop doing that. But I feel like it gives the best audio, so I'm not gonna. Anything for the clips, you get me? Bosh. Right, I feel like that was heavy enough. I got 9 reps just. It wasn't a complete and utter failure, it was maybe 1 or 2 reps before failure, but I could. It was a hard set, so this one I'm aiming maybe to match it, 8 or 9 reps. And then we'll move on to something for hamstrings, probably seated curls. Not going to do any RDLs today, mainly because my lower back has been feeling very tight as of lately, and those belted squats did not help with that, so I'll just do some seated leg curls to like a couple of sets on that to failure, and then leg extensions, and then I think that's the session done, unless I do calves, but we'll figure that out before we get there. Probably not going to do calves. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, right above the left knee is not in a good way. Yeah, I'm done. Shit. Seated leg curls. Like I said in a previous clip, I'm not going to do any compound movement, i.e. RDLs, for the hamstrings today. Mainly because my lower back is shot. Happened last week as well. After doing RDLs, my lower back for some reason flares up so much, becomes so painful when I do legs. Specifically when I do a hinge movement or like a squatting movement where weight is on the lower back, i.e. the belted squats today, that it just causes so much pain. So I ain't going to do RDLs because it's just going to make it hurt even more. But one thing I do love are seated hamstring curls. I absolutely love them, hence why I'm going to do these. Because I ain't doing an RDL form or some kind of hinge movement for the hamstrings, I am just going to make sure I go extra hard on these. Maybe go 3 sets to complete an utter failure, and we'll just drop set if needs be to a lighter weight and just absolutely tear them apart before I end up heading out. After this we'll do some leg extensions, and then I'm pretty sure that is the session done for me. At the moment the taste of the pre-workout that I had was 10 out of 10, but the effects of it at the moment have been around about a 1, almost non-existent. I haven't felt any of it, but
Hasn't been a leg session. Hasn't been a bad leg session. Just saying that 3,000 milligrams of beta alanine I feel like should be hitting me at some point, and it hasn't touched me at all this whole session. But it is what it is. Let's get it. Oh shit. So I think that was what, 13, 14 reps, but that was the failure. Oh, hamstrings are burning. Fucking hell. Shit. Hey Siri. Right, I've dropped it by 5 kilo, and the aim again is to just fucking destroy my hamstrings. Go until I can't go anymore. Once we've done this then, leg extensions, and then I'm done. That'll be abductors, adductors, belt squat, leg press, hamstring curls, and leg extension. 7 exercises for a leg day. Yes, could have done more for my hamstrings, but lower back is meaning that ain't gonna happen, so we'll just leave it as 1 for today. Fuck, man. I'm gonna go for more. It's weak, man, weak. A few more. Fuck. Done. I'm fucking done. Last final exercise of the session. Leg extensions. Shit, son. Oh, mate. Bring it. What? Every time I listen to this song, all I think about is Ali G. This is an Ali G song. bag. Shit, sons. Safe to say this session has been a good one, but fucking hell, I'm gonna feel it tomorrow and the day after. But at least tomorrow's chest day, nice little push day to get the first day of the week started. And if anyone's wondering why I am training legs on a Sunday and then going into chest on a Monday, that is because my sessions usually consist of 3 days on, 1 day rest, 2 days on, 1 day rest, but I still aim to hit everything twice a week. So this week I'll probably miss back. So today is legs, tomorrow push pull, rest Wednesday, push pull Friday, Saturday, rest Sunday, no, Thursday, Friday, rest Saturday, then it'll be legs again Sunday, and that's how it goes. It kind of hits everything twice a week. Sometimes one thing gets missed, which isn't the end of the world, but yeah, that's how this program schedule split works. But yeah. But then the session is El Finito. What would I rate that out of 10? Oh, up until maybe the bowed squat started absolutely killing my lower back, I'd probably give it like an 8. Abductor and adductor always feels amazing. The belted squats did feel good. It was the second set of the 4.5 plates. Don't know what it was. I think it was on one of the reps. I must have leant into it with my back a little bit or done something wrong and it did start hurting. But the rest of the session was good anyway. Mainly due to me not doing any other hinge movements or movements that will put pressure on the lower back. So out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. 7, obviously the pain in the back didn't help, but it is what it is. With that being said, pre-workout that I had, completely ass. Like, did not feel even an ounce of it hit me. Especially the beta-alanine, 3,000 milligrams of that in there, and didn't touch me one bit. But other than that, pretty decent. Got to go home now, finish the rest of this, and then have one more, and that'll be basically 4 litres done for the day. And yeah, that'll be the first day of 75 hard finitoed. Obviously my girlfriend's picking me up now, so just got to wait for her, and then that'll be going home, do a bit of cardio at home. You get me? Hey, jokes. Anyway, yeah, but with that being said, obviously, why did I start the Gymshark 66? Tried to explain it earlier, but I was walking to work and panting like a little bitch because anything makes me out of breath nowadays. But to put it lightly, the challenges from the Gymshark 66 that I did choose, I felt like were easy enough, hard enough that I was focusing on doing them, but easy enough to the point where they weren't making any significant changes towards my routine. Like, I'd get my daily walk done in the morning and then I'd go home. I'd wake up early, get my daily walk done and then go home and do nothing for a couple of hours or ages. Whereas I feel like now, with 75 hard, with the tasks being training twice a day, it kind of gives me that I have to now think about when I'm going to do it. I have to be up early anyway to get the first session in, so then I can do the second session later on in the day. The fact that one of them has to be outdoors basically almost guarantees that I will keep up the daily walks. 3.7 litres of water. I was drinking 2 quite well, but of course 3.7 is going to be a bit harder, mainly because getting water in and my water intake is dreadful. And then tonight, obviously reading the books. Reading is something I've always wanted to do. I do feel like it can improve you mentally, verbally. There's so many things that reading can actually do for you. In just everyday life, in terms of just being able to speak more formally, articulate your words better. I'm someone that has a bad habit of saying like a lot, and do you know what I mean? And I want to get better at, having the natural pauses in my sentences, not worrying about knowing what to say straight away, like so. And then I just feel like these are little habits that over time can become big ones and improve everything in terms of how my future self looks. The books that I have got are fiction or non-fiction, whatever the ones that mean they're not cartoony. They're based on true stories, so I've got Atomic Habits, which I'm going to finish reading, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 48 Laws of Power. Like, these are the types of books I do want to get into, because my mentality, my mind, my frame of mind needs to be changed around in a lot of ways to help me better myself in life. But yeah, with that being said, that's the session done. And yeah, that's about all I gotta say to you, G's. And that is day 1 of 75 hard, finito. And if I do speak to you now, it will be when I get home. Or if I don't speak to you now, the next time I do speak to you will be in the morning tomorrow. So if I don't see you now until tomorrow, I love you all. And if you've got this far into the video, please remember, like, subscribe, and I'll kiss you on the lips. Save my G's.